Welcome to episode 76 of my podcast, The View from the Crow's Nest. Today is the 20th of August 2020, and just like last night, I've been out for a walk, which has been very pleasant. It's about 11 o'clock right now in the evening. Just been out for a walk, which is the second walk in as many days, and probably about the second walk in a month or 6 weeks or something like that, because I've been so stuck at home. And I also, I was a bit cheaty. I had a little beer on the road because it's really pleasant. And also I wanted to celebrate. Yesterday was a very good day. Today is a very good day as well. It was kind of similar to yesterday in some ways, in that I feel yesterday and today were the first 2 days in quite some time where I felt like I've actually covered all the things I wanted to cover in the day. Like not all the things I wanted to cover, because there's no day is long enough for that. But I managed to get things completed. I managed to get things organised. I managed to get move projects forward and really feel like I'm making an impact, which is really cool. And chief among those were my own musical projects, and I think that's probably why I feel so much better in these last couple of days in terms of getting things done and being on top of things. So today I released 5 songs or song ideas into the lab. So the lab is my private members club, where every week on a Thursday I put a new song or a new musical idea into the club, basically as a blog post. And for 5 weeks I've not done any because I've been so embroiled with Audience Ninja, with my new marketing agency, and just being so busy with that. And I feel really bad because the lab is really that. I want that to be my absolute focus. Those people who are paying to become members for the year, apart from they get other things apart from the post each week, but I want to make sure that I deliver on that. And so for the last 5 weeks I've not, and I feel really bad about it, and I've got to get on top of it. So yesterday I spent the morning preparing the audio files for the songs that I was going to share, and that required me to open up my music production software and play with some new toys, like plugins, kind of software basically, that I hadn't used before. And so that was cool because it kind of brought me back into, music, I'm a bit of a musician here. And also listening back to those 5 tracks, they were very diverse. Some of them were recorded back in, I think the earliest one of these tracks was recorded this version was recorded in 2012. Though it was written 10 years before that. And the latest track of those 5 I wrote earlier this week. And so, real difference in styles and difference in stuff. And so that was cool because it kind of reminds me that, actually, you listen back to something, particularly if you haven't listened to it for a while, at least I do, as a songwriter and as a producer, and you go, actually, that sounds really cool. I'm proud of myself for writing that. Bit of distance often seems to do that, I think. You feel better about, or at least I feel better about something that I've written maybe a couple of years down the line or whatever, when I hear it with fresh ears and go, actually, that stands up on its own, it's good. So yesterday morning I was doing all the music for that, and then yesterday afternoon, or rather evening, after I'd done the afternoon's work of Audience Ninja, I recorded the videos to go along with it. So every post I put into the lab has a story behind the song video, where I do my best to give context and depth and meaning to the song. And when I say meaning, I don't necessarily mean some deep and meaningful. I mean just so that when you listen to it, you understand kind of where it came from and what the point was. And that might simply be, I was watching this YouTube video where he showed me some Hendrix chords and I was like inspired to write a song. And so it doesn't have to be anything so so robust as some deep and meaningful. So I did those yesterday, so recorded those. And so today, this morning, I was editing those videos because I don't just put them up as they are, I edit them and that takes a bit of time. And by editing, there's no major thing, it's just cutting the end a bit about and putting some transitions, fades and stuff, and separating the audio and giving it a little boost and putting a little bit of background music underneath and putting a bit of overlay so you can tell what the song is, and yada, yada, yada. Point being, it takes a bit more time than simply just uploading But I did that. So those 5 songs, I put them out. I sent the email to the guys in the lab, and I said, "I'm sorry, but here we go, 5 songs." So I feel much, much better for A, doing a bit of music, and B, catching up with that, up until today. So now I'm square on that. And the other thing that I did musically, yesterday I recorded 2 videos for the Grip the Sky experience. And annoyingly, of the 7 videos I recorded yesterday, 2 for Grip the Sky and 5 for the lab, the 5 for the lab came out fine, and the 2 for Grip the Sky didn't. And it's really frustrating because literally I did them one after another in exactly the same place without touching the camera. But for some reason, the first 2, which were the Grip the Sky, the camera keeps, focusing a bit wonky, and the light wasn't great. Anyways, but you got to just go with it and get it done. Maybe I'll do them in the future, but redo them. But I didn't want it to hold everything up because I've held it up enough. So I've got those done. I found a little workaround. It's not ideal, but a little workaround for something else technical that was annoying about the site. And so basically, there is just one thing I think left, literally, and that is configuring it so that the emails that anybody receives from it come from me, romeocrow.com, rather than the website, at whatever the website is. I won't bore you with it. But I did a configuration, but it doesn't seem to be working, so it's a bit annoying. So once that's done, that's it, I think. That's it. So the first thing I will do is release it to the lab members. They get first crack through it, and hopefully they'll really enjoy it and find it interesting, etc. And then after that, a bit later, I'll release it to all those on my mailing list, all those who've signed up over the years to hear updates and whatnot from me when I've got new music and things like that. And then it will kind of go out to the general public. So I'm nearly there, there's no no excuses now, really. It's time to walk. And if you want to know the significance of the Grip the Sky experience, then listen to yesterday's episode, because I go into quite a bit of detail around why it's very important to me, this piece of work, and can really make a difference to what I'm doing generally. So yeah, I'm feeling good because I nearly finished that. And then after that, in the afternoon, I spent many hours on Audience Ninja stuff, particularly for one of our clients. Far less interesting, but equally it pays. So, you got to take it while you can. And I didn't finish working until, I started early in the morning. After my training session, I had a training session this morning, circuit training, it damn near killed me. But it was good. Felt powerful afterwards, dripping with sweat. And then I got on with work after a shower, and then I worked through till I think about 8:30, and then Sim put the kids to bed and said, let's go out for a walk. So that was my day. Feeling good, feeling like things are moving, which is awesome. I feel like I'm not utilising the guys on the Audience Ninja team enough. I'm paying them regardless, each week. But I think that right now I'm not really giving them much to do. So, I want to rebalance that out, because it kind of obviously seems a bit soppy paying people that you're not getting, who aren't really needing to do stuff. But I'm sure in the future there'll be a lot more work to do. So I just need to be mindful of that. But yeah, things are moving, feeling good. And that's it. That's me today. And I hope that you're doing well. I'd love to hear from you. If you're about, at Romeo Crow on Twitter is about the best place to come and say yo, yo, yo. Thank you for listening, you champion. Oh, something funny, something amusing, at least amusing to me. If you listened a couple of days ago, I hope this won't cut it off, but if you were listening a couple of days ago, I was talking about how I'd gone up by 25% on my listenership, which didn't quite mean too much because, I went into it a couple of days ago, but now I'm down 20%. I've gone from 5 listeners down to 4 listeners. It's not strictly true. There is a bit more of a backstory to it than that. But if you listen, I think 2 days ago, to episode 74, I guess, then I go into that quite a bit. But I just thought it was amusing because, it's basically, it takes a weighted average, I think, of the last 30 days. So as each day changes, so too does potentially the average listenership. Anyway, if you're interested, just made me giggle. So I really appreciate you, because you're a quarter of my listenership, apparently, possibly. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever, wherever you are. Take care of yourself, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Toodle, Pip, you absolute champion. Bye.